Birmingham is considering introducing a Brummie History Week and appointing Brummie ambassadors in order to improve the second city's image and bring its hundreds of different communities closer together.
21st century Birmingham is changing fast, and a report says it's new arrivals from Eastern Europe, as well as white working class communities who feel most alienated. Phil Mackey's been investigating.
In a city of 1.1 million people and 187 different nationalities, it's almost impossible to define what it means to be a Brummie. The Soho Road in Handsworth is typical because so many different cultures exist side by side. Some communities feel overlooked altogether. The report says Eastern Europeans feel like ghosts.
We need to be proactive, we need to ensure that there's no community that's left behind. We need to work with the newly arrived communities, and some of the refugee communities felt they were invisible. But we also need to look at how we engage with the white working class communities that have shaped the way Birmingham is today.
This is one of the most distinctive places, I think, in Birmingham, the outdoor fruit and veg market. One of the suggestions from the report is that there should be many more just like this all over the city, and not just selling food, but all of the handmade products as well, so that Birmingham can be showcased here and across the world. But even in a place where every community comes together, the term Brummie is an alien one. Where are you from then?
I'm from Dublin, I'm Irish.
Oh, are you? So you're Irish. So how long have you lived here?
Oh, hang on. About 67 years.
So you lived here 67 years, but you don't consider yourself a Brummie?
Oh, no, of course I don't.
Brummie?
Brummie.
Brummie, no, never heard of it.
It was based in Bradford Street.
In one of Birmingham's hidden gems, the Pen Museum in the Jewellery Quarter, one of the city's most ardent ambassadors says Birmingham must take more pride in itself.
We need to reach out further afield from Birmingham, but we also need to do it in a way that isn't apologising for what we are and who we are, but say, this is who we are. This is what we've done for this country. We don't expect special treatment, but we're no longer going to stand for being put down.
Which is a neat way to sum up what the report says. It's time to take pride in being a Brummie. Phil Mackey, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
Well, Phil Mackey is with us now. Great vox pops in the market. I thought Brummies were famous. Tell us about the City Council's findings then. They've inquired, they've found. What are they going to do now?
Well, they've got to discuss it next, of course. But and we know that Birmingham City Council's cash-strapped. It's struggling for money. So they've got to put into operation things they can afford. So things like a Brummie History Week in schools, appointing Brummie ambassadors or other like Olympics games makers, a welcome pack for immigrants. Isn't going to cost a lot, but it might do something to bring some of those disparate communities I mentioned in the report together. But of course, the big sea change is this attitude, again referred to in that package, is that they need to try and think about representing some of those other communities. Eastern Europeans, we see them around, we hear their voices, see the shops and the restaurants, but we don't see them on the council, don't see them in the police, etc., etc. And the white working classes who seem to have been lost over the last 15 years.
An ever-changing city, as you say. Anything else surprising that came out of this?
Besides the fact that nobody knew what a Brummie was down at the market. That, yeah. I think the most surprising thing is how honest and frank this report is, because we always talk about Birmingham as being integrated and multicultural. You see that down at the city centre every day. But the report also says that once you get back out into the local communities, people live in isolated silos. They don't connect with one another. And that's what this report is hoping to do, get people back together, make them proud to be a Brummie.
Phil Mackey with the essence of Brumminess. Thank you very much indeed.